You're listening to Cheers Podcast, brought to you by Snoo Snack, the all-natural sleep remedy. Snoo Snacks are made with all-natural ingredients to help you get the best night's sleep the all-natural way. For more information, go to www.snoosnack.com. This week's guest is Daniel Nunnelee. Daniel's an artist, musician, and boot connoisseur. This is Cheers Podcast.
So welcome on, Cheers Podcast guest this week, Daniel Nunnelee. Cheers, thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yeah. Cheers.
How's it going, man? How was your day?
Dude, it was fantastic, man. Got to see my brother and...
Yeah, you were saying earlier your brother's in the Air Force, right?
Yeah, he's in the Air Force.
Okay, so how does one brother wind up in the Air Force and another one a musician?
Dude, this is even crazier. We're actually twins.
What?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
We're actually twins, but we could not be any more opposite. And I think the root of that is just like when we were growing up, we just wanted to be like not twins. It was one of those things where people were like, oh, so y'all must be like exactly the same. And we're like, no, we're not. We're not the same at all. You know, so we just kind of like push each other away. He's like 6'3". I'm like 5'10".
Well, you guys are like twins?
We're twins, but he has like dark brown hair, like blue eyes. I have green eyes, blonde hair. Like we like physically are completely different, but we act completely different too, and we have completely different interests. He's very interested in like technology and like science, all the things that I like don't understand at all.
Yeah, you specifically said earlier you're not interested in biology. So.
Yeah, like I have no idea about anything in biology, but he is like super interested in all that stuff. So he went to UTM, which is close to our home. Like where
UT Martin?
UT Martin.
Yeah, it's like a branch of Knoxville, right? It's like one of those.
Yeah.
UT Martin, UT
It's
Chat.
like the West Tennessee version.
Yeah, a bunch of my friends from high school go there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, what are they, like the Hawks or something along those lines?
Skyhawks.
Skyhawks, yeah.
So lame. But anyway, yeah.
So lame.
So he went to school there for a little bit while I moved away from home, you know, and he moved out of the house and everything. But then he went there for a year and was like, I'm just going to go into the Air Force. So he just kind of like kicked out of that, and he just ran into the Air Force, and he just decided to go into cyber transport, which is something that's
What is that?
Dude, I honestly can't explain it very well because I don't want to just say it and there'd be some Air Force guy that's like,
actually,
that's not right at all, man. That guy's an idiot. So like, it's something really cool, and like I know it's something to do with like data and all that stuff. So he's doing that, and I went completely a different direction and went like music. So he's a musician, like he plays drums and he plays like keys and stuff. He can do all that, but he's not like passionate about it like he is with like science and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy because I remember you talking a little bit about him earlier. You came over before the podcast and got some drinks, and there's people here today. So and so we talked a little bit about that, but that's crazy. You guys are twins. And not only are you twins, but you said your size is physically different. I didn't even know that was possible.
Oh yeah,
I've never heard that in my life.
We're fraternal twins. So there's identical twins, which are like what you think of when you think twins.
Okay.
There's fraternal twins, which the way I describe it is basically like we're brothers that were born on the same day.
Who was born first?
He was born first.
Oh, you're the second child.
3 minutes.
3 minutes?
3
That's
minutes.
like a long time.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a long time between births? I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe they were just like, they cut him open and everything, and they just pulled him out and like, he's so pretty. And they just stared at him for like 3 minutes. And they were like, okay, let's get the other one.
Let's get that other one. What should we name him?
Yeah,
Hold on, what's your brother's name?
David.
David and Daniel.
David and Daniel. So,
okay.
That gets easily confused.
Yes, I'm sure.
My parents were jerks for that. I'm just kidding.
Shout out Daniel's parents.
Love my parents. They're awesome.
But, so like, I know you're into music and all that stuff, and I want to get into that as well, but you're also in school. What are you doing in school? Because like you have so much going on outside of school. Like, what is your main goal behind like your degree as well?
Okay, so this is actually crazy. I meant to tell you this before, but I'm actually taking a semester off of school right now.
A productive semester.
Yes.
That'd be the most productive semester you have in college.
I know, right? Yeah, so I'm actually taking a semester off. I plan on going back next semester.
Right now?
Yes.
Okay.
So right now I am like literally just working.
Yeah.
Doing the hustle, just like doing music and recording and all that stuff and writing. So it's been like crazy weird. Like the real life is like weird.
Yeah.
Like the real world.
Yeah.
And you understand that too because you graduated.
Absolutely. I just graduated, so I'm right there with you. I just don't like have as much music out.
No, yeah.
None actually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. So it's just like one of those things where it's like it's good to like see what the real world is like, but now it's time to like get back and like see like what I can work towards now because I feel like a lot of times when people like are getting into college, they don't know why they're doing it. They just do what they're told, and they're graduating high school. be like, I'm supposed to go to college, so I'm going to go to college.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm going to make sure I do something I'm passionate about, but I need to go to college for some reason.
It's probably 95% of the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was one of those people, and I'm like, I know I need to go to college, but I don't really know why I need to go to college.
Yeah.
Because, especially with the music industry,
Mm-hmm.
and just taking this break has kind of opened my eyes a little bit, and I think it's possible to, like, not go to college, but I think there's going to be a lot more opportunities that come from going full through and, like, going to college and going to MTSU, and like there's so much that MTSU has to offer and everything.
Yeah,
so
there's a really good like music environment around here. I know people feel like it's in Nashville, but I feel like Murfreesboro gets slept on, is what people would say.
Yeah,
like you're sleeping on Murfreesboro because like there's a lot of good music here. But so I want to ask this: if you like, if something like develops in your musical career, like even more so than it already has, would you still go back? Like, let's say you hit on a song like big time, and like it takes off. Do you still want to go back to school, or like is that something you want to do exclusively as music?
It's just one of those things where it's like I don't know how to like go about it unless someone is like leading me through that, and I feel like that's what like school is going to be offering me, you know what I mean? So it's just like if a song blows up, it's like how do I like make that to where it's like tangible and like a real life audience and everything. And that's kind of on a smaller scale what we're dealing with, Put Me in the Ground and everything, and we've got like a good fan base on Spotify, but it's like how do I make those people real life people, you know what I mean? How do I like go to a location and people be there, you know what I mean? It's just like I need to figure that out. I need to grow some more before I just decide that I'm ready to like take it on. But yeah, if it grows to be more, you know, it depends on what I decide to do. If I decide to tour, I can't go to classes. And
You're right.
Like, you know, that's like impossible. It's like, you know, oh crap, I have an 8 a.m. tomorrow, but I'm in California right now. You know, It's just like, I can't make it. I'm sorry. I gotta go play for, you know, 1,000 people. So it's just like one of those things. If I blew up and that was like, you know, that would be awesome. You know, that would kind of skip the step. You know what I mean? But I feel like the purpose of music business school, I guess you could say, is to like get more educated about it and make more connections, more importantly than anything, and like have like a good atmosphere that you're around and everything, and have a good like, you know, I feel like the atmosphere in Murfreesboro is just so positive and uplifting that like it's just like encouraging to keep driving. But when you're like out in the world by yourself, it's like I'm doing this on my own. And it's just like kind of terrifying in a way. So. But yeah, no, that's a good point because, like, I mean, if you do make a hit song, but you don't have, like, the base to handle it that you could learn in school, like, what would happen with that? Like, can you make it tangible? Because you want it to be a career, too. Like, I know it's an art, but it also needs to be a career, just like any art. So, I mean, that's a really good point, and I appreciate that. We have some friends that I went to college, and they got music business, and they're doing pretty well. So, that's awesome, definitely a good major. So, so you mentioned your song Put Me in the Ground when you were talking a minute ago, and just kind of go maybe through the creative process there and where it's at now. Because I remember when it came out, and I remember people who like knew that I knew maybe you or knew Austin. They're like, yo, like, have you heard this song? Like, I was literally at a dinner. No, I was at a dinner, and it was like some people that I knew that knew Austin, right? And they're like, yo, have you heard this song that Austin's in? And I was like, no. And they like turned it on and slid it across the table, and I was like, I've heard of this song. Like, everybody was talking about it. No way.
No, like, seriously. Everybody was talking about it when it came out. And I was like, I know both of these guys. And side note, the reason I know you, I'm pretty sure one time I was filming on campus. Do you ever play at that overhang at the BAS? That little like corridor. One time we were filming something on campus and you were singing up there and you came down and just like walked by and you're like, hey, what's up, guys? And you're like, hey, I'm Daniel. And I was like, oh, nice to meet you, man. And then you just took off. You just had like your guitar, you were playing some music. And when that song came out, I was like, I know this guy. I met this guy at the BAS.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, so I met you like some point past. I don't even remember when. But yeah, people were like passing me their phones like, yo, check out this song. This song is cool. So that's like, so cool, man. What is it like to be a part of something? I mean, for sure in the local area, that's like small fame level. So, you know, I don't want to put it that way and like gas you up, but like, how does that feel? Does that feel any different? Like, is that, I mean, obviously you're really proud of that, but.
Yeah, I mean, it feels really great, man. I mean, it's a good feeling whenever people like sit there and like one of the things that is brought up in like a normal conversation with people now is like Put Me in the Ground and everything. Yeah. And the fact that we're talking about it right now. Yeah. Of course, it's expected to talk about it, but like whenever I'm like, I see people out and everything, they'll be like, oh man, congrats on your song. You know, and I'd be like, oh, cool. You know, just be this kind of thing. So that's like, you know, obviously something that didn't happen before, you know, and it's just like kind of cool to like have that happening and everything. But, you know, it's been beneficial and it's been like, it's helped me get more opportunities having that out there. You know, people ask me to do a show because of it and everything. And it's just like weird stuff like that. You know, people, I've had people reach out to me in Nashville they will be like, hey, I want to write with you. I heard your song and I totally like want to write now.
That's awesome.
Like, you know, and which is awesome. And like, it's so great because like you'll meet people and so many people say, hey, let's write. You know, people say that to everybody around here. Like we all say that to each other.
Yeah.
But it's like you get a step ahead whenever people will be like, hey, I want to write with you. But, you know, they're kind of like on the fence about it. But then they hear your song and then they can be like, oh, now I really want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like a good thing that I can look at as well. When I meet people, it's like, I don't know if I want to write with that person until I hear like how they write. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because it's like, what if like their style is completely different and it just doesn't mesh?
It's like a resume.
Yeah,
pretty much. Like a resume. People are seeing your song as a resume, and they're like, "Hey, this guy is like legit." So I mean, because it's a good song. So and I will tell you this: I once heard somebody describe that song as the theme to their breakup.
Oh,
I won't put him on blast on the podcast, but that's how good that song is. So
dude,
they told me that, and I was like,
"I'm gonna leave with a big head, man. You gotta be careful."
Yeah,
man.
all right.
Be able to walk out the door.
Never mind. The next 30 minutes are gonna be us just trashing.
Just
Daniel.
trash me right now.
Yeah, just gonna trash. You're not as cool as your brother. You don't know anything about planes.
Yeah, if you want to get me down, just start talking about how like I don't know anything about anything like that.
I'm bringing David on next.
Man, he's just over in Rock Island. Just go grab him real quick.
Yeah. No, but I mean that's super cool. So, I mean the song's like, I mean it's pretty big. Like how many plays does it have now over all the platforms?
I don't know about over all the platforms, but I know on Spotify it's got 150,000.
150?
Yeah,
that's crazy, man. That's so crazy. How many of those do you think are repeats?
I'm not sure. I know that I can look at it and see. So it will like tell me how many listeners are that day, and then it will tell me how many like streams there are that day. Mm-hmm. And like the streams will always be more than listeners, so that will mean that like somebody's played it like more than once that day.
That's a good point.
So
it's a good thing too.
Yeah, it's a great thing because if it's like okay, so like 5,000 listeners and then like 5,000 streams. That's not going to happen. It's going to be like 5,000 listeners and then like 6.5 thousand streams. So there's not like, I can't think of like a ratio of how many people like listen to it again, but I feel like probably based off of that, thinking off the top of my head, I would say that like 1/5. Well, I can't think off the top of my head. I'm going to sound dumb if I say it wrong. I'm just going to say 1/10 of those people like probably play it again. That sounds about right. If like 5 and 6. Mm-hmm. Or like 6.5 or so usually is the average. It'll be like a number and a half more than that. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean there'll be repeats and everything and people listen to it again, but that's a really great feeling whenever you see that because that means that like you made an impact on somebody, you know.
Yeah, and that's cool to see like people listening to your songs like more than once. Because I'm sure that like Lil Yachty's new album, every song is one listen because it's all trash and just garbage. So I'm sure he has 5,000 listeners and 5,000 streams for sure. Maybe somehow less. People are probably unlistening to his music. But
can I unlisten that real quick? Put it in reverse and just listen to it in reverse.
I wish I could unlisten to all of his new album. It's so just dull and disappointing.
I heard so many bad things about the concert last night, man. I
didn't go because I've openly talked trash about Lil Yachty. And if I go to his concert, like I would just be disappointed. But everybody, literally, I heard this like 6 different times. Everybody, this is how they describe the concert. He yells too much. He just like yelled all of his lyrics. Basically, is what I saw from Snapchat.
At least he was like actually like saying them.
Yeah, well, dude, he did Broccoli, and I could hear in the chorus he was shouting, and then he stopped and put the mic up and like turned all the way up. His track was on. Like, it was like he just hit play on Spotify and sung along to his own songs.
That's pretty much what those rap artists...
Sometimes they'll even turn the like lyrics down, but his were all the way up. Like, he wasn't doing anything.
Dude.
He was just being cool.
It's like karaoke without...
Oh, man.
It's not even karaoke because
I could have done
the vocals there.
Yeah, I could have done it.
Dude, yeah. You totally could have.
God, I probably should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love artists that will... I mean, we got some local artists like Evan Dupree, shout out to him. He does, like... When he raps live, he'll have a band.
A live drummer with a band... And a rap song is like as good as it gets. Yeah.
Dude.
If you have a live drummer with a rapper,
old school.
I'm watching. Yeah.
Yeah, and like it's captivating and like actually like talent that they're displaying rather than like what your producer could do in the studio and make you sound like, you know, so that's what I really appreciate. I think Chance probably does something pretty similar to
Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, and
Kendrick.
You know, yeah, all those people
Kendrick,
like because that makes it an actual show, you know. You're paying a good bit when you see those big people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You're not paying just to like watch them sing along to something you could listen to in your car. You know, like that's like you're going there for the experience and something being like slightly different whenever they play it out live. So I feel like the reason he was probably yelling was because he was like overcompensating for like being prepared,
being garbage.
Or maybe being garbage. If you want to say that.
I'm sorry, Lil Yachty. You're probably not a bad guy.
He's probably a cool guy, but
I hate your art.
Yeah. But he's got big fans, man. He's got He's got dedicated fans, so that's what's interesting.
Lil Bo, yeah. He's definitely an interesting character. I think that's probably why he has so much attention, because he is such an interest. Maybe you should be like more off the wall with your music to like draw more people in.
I mean, maybe maybe what I should do is just be completely strange. Yeah. I mean, I already am a little odd, but maybe I should just dye my hair pink.
Yeah, that's where you should start. Like you are kind of like, I don't want to say eccentric, but like you are like a special talent, like looking guy, the glasses, the hair, stuff like that. On with the music, you know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. Do you have like a fan base? Any like fan groups or anything like that along with like your genre?
So actually, there's been a like fan page that was created for me.
Is it like a fan page for your Daniel Nunnelee fan page?
Yeah.
Yo, where's it at?
And,
will you bring that up on the screen?
On Instagram. Yeah, it's called Perfect Daniel.
Wow.
And
Did you make it? Now you're like, I don't know who made it.
No, I was freaked out. It was like perfect, but it was like instead of an E, it's an X. So if y'all want to look that up, maybe y'all can.
It was me. I made it for this podcast.
Oh, cool. Yeah. But whenever Put Me in the Ground came out, this girl made it when it only had like 1,000 streams, and
Dang,
because it got
she saw it coming.
Yeah, I guess. And yeah, I just like I'm sitting with some friends one day, and I just like get this follow, and it says Daniel Nunnelee, and I'm like,
that's me.
What? Like I'm so confused, and I click on it, and it's like only following me in Austin and Moose, and I'm like.
Wait, she was following Moose in Austin?
Yeah, because she saw my Instagram.
I was going to say, how's she...
So I tagged Moose and talked about him on his birthday or something weird like that, and she like saw that, you know.
Okay,
but
she was creeping.
A little bit, but like...
Is it a she or he?
It's a she. Her name's Tessa.
Oh, hey
yeah.
Tessa.
And
she's definitely watching.
Yeah, so she made a bunch of stuff, and some of them are like really sweet, like uplifting, and then some of them are kind of like... I don't know if you could say that.
What'd she say?
Okay. If it's okay to say this, I guess we'll find out.
Say it on the podcast.
Okay, so she made T-shirts.
Oh,
and
no.
So the line in Put Me in the Ground, if you haven't heard the song, guys, is pack up your suitcase, dear. I'm just trying to go before the sun goes down.
Mm-hmm.
And she made a shirt that said, pack up your suitcase, dear. And on the back, it said, I'm just trying to get dick down.
Really?
I was like... Oh my god. And you know what's stupid, man? People ask me if I like ran that account, and I'm like, I would never even say that. Like, I would never say that about myself.
Wow.
Like, but
pack
anyway,
up your suitcase if you want to get dick down. Is
pack
what
up your suitcase, dear, and then on the back it said, I'm just trying to get dick down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, that is how many of those did she sell?
She I don't know if she sold any of them.
I like to
but
think
she
there's like a
definitely
sea of those at MTSU now, like
my God.
walking around Murfreesboro.
That would be terrifying. But yeah, and she made some creative posts, and like I honestly thought it was hilarious, and like I was like full on fan of it. I was like, this is like great to have.
You should have bought one of those.
Because like yeah, I mean
this
girl's like dedicated. She's like making T-shirts and stuff. So I was like, this is hilarious. I'll let her like do her thing. And she messaged me a couple times like, oh my god, I love your music and stuff. And I'm just like, cool,
Clearly.
like awesome. And she took a break. And the reason I'm even thinking about it is because I forgot about it. She took a break, but like a couple of days ago, she posted again. It was like, hey, it's been a while, but whoa, hey, how y'all doing?
How many followers does she have?
I think she's got like 60.
60?
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah,
that's a pretty good amount.
But yeah, so we've got that girl. She's pretty awesome. She's sweet. I mean, like,
have you met her in person?
I haven't met her. She lives in Florida. So
what?
Yeah.
How old is she?
I don't know. She hasn't said her age or anything. I don't know.
That's questionable, dude. You need to
she
verify
could be like 12. But most of my fans are 18 to 27 is what the demographic is on Spotify for artists. I can see all that stuff on there, which is super helpful. Shout out to Spotify for doing that. Apple Music is working on something new for that same kind of thing, but I have fallen in love with Spotify because of that.
Spotify is awesome.
But yeah, so I've noticed that and everything, and one thing that I just realized I could do is I can see people's personal playlists.
What?
So yeah, and so I can see the playlists that have like more than 25 listeners.
I'm really self-conscious now because like mine has all like this like dumb music that like I wouldn't want people to like just Katy Perry. It's just Katy Perry.
I know she's like looking through that or anything, but I mean, yeah, I don't know if she has that kind of time, but maybe she does. But yeah, so I like thought I could only see the ones above, like 25 and above, and I don't know if you knew this or not, but the playlist that it got on that kind of like kicked it off was Discover Weekly.
You were on Discover Weekly with that song.
Yeah, and we still are.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
that's so cool.
The way our analytics go, it's like you can see the graph, and every week it's like boom, and then falls slowly down, and then every week boom, and then it
Discover
goes down.
Weekly?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
just kind of like you see it like go up and everything.
That's
and
awesome.
then so it's super great, man. Like we have, I think this month it's like 34,000 off of
34,000 listens this month?
this month just off Discover Weekly.
Dude, that's like really productive because that's almost like 1,000 a day, right? But it's more than 1,000 a day.
For sure.
It's
I mean,
super...
like, yeah, because like this Monday, it resets every Monday pretty much. It like puts it on more people's playlists every
Music
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, pretty much. So on Monday it was like, I don't want to say the wrong number, but I think it was 4.8 thousand just like in a day.
On a day.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's
and
crazy.
So shout out to Spotify for like
Yeah.
doing that. Like that's been the most beneficial thing ever. So that's been awesome. But I can see people's personal playlists, and there's almost like, I think the number is 1.4 thousand playlists that it's on.
Like people have saved it?
People put it on their playlist.
Oh, put it on public playlist.
On their own, like, like some of them will just say like chill out, study.
Okay, stuff like that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So you can see like what people are labeling your music as. Like, this is my study music.
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's like special. That's like a cool connection to the consumers. Like, okay, so this is what my song is to them.
Yeah, and
Any of them that's like weird? Like weird titled playlists that you
no,
music
not
on?
really, not yet. Some of them have been titled after some of the lyrics in the song. So
What?
That's been kind of cool. Yeah,
Okay.
it'll be like before the sun goes down.
Oh,
It'll be like
see, that's you.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, cool.
Did you write those lyrics?
I wrote them with Austin,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
Austin and Sebastian that moved out to LA.
Yes, the one that moved out to LA.
But yeah, in that playlist though, this is what's even weirder, and I thought is like low key creepy, but I'm like using it to like help out with like making the fan base more tangible.
Yeah.
But I can actually see names on the playlist.
Really?
People that created it. I can like find them on Instagram and stuff.
What?
Yeah. So like
That's
I'll
on
see a name.
Spotify for just the artist.
Yeah, and it
Whoa.
will show me a name and it'll be like, it will just say like the playlist, and then I can click on the user and it will say their name, and it'll like sometimes that user will have like a photo, and that will help because something I've been doing lately is that I've just been going to those people's Instagrams and like liking one of their pictures or something like that. And like
That's cool.
I've been getting like positive reactions out of that because like I'll like a picture and then they'll like message me like, I love Put Me in the Ground, blah 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 blah, and they'll be
Yeah.
like random people. So and then I'll get those people to like see me as a human being instead of like an artist. So it's just like right now I'm trying to like make the fan base more tangible. But yeah, as far as fans in like Murfreesboro, I feel like all the people that come out to the shows are more like my friends that I like. I feel like here I don't have a lot of fans. I have more people that are friends that support me and they're like really awesome. So that's good to have them around. But yeah, the majority of my fans are like my friends as well, I guess you could say. So
That's a good thing. That means you have very supportive friends. So.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so that's what's nice about that. But I'm curious to see like what happens if I go to one city. You know what I mean? Like, cause I think on top cities, Nashville's like number 20 on the.
On
play.
your music.
Yeah.
What's number one?
New York City.
New York City.
Yeah, and then second's Chicago.
You just need to go to New York, set up your guitar on what is
I don't know.
I'm just gonna call it the Big Apple.
Let's just say or in Times Square.
Times Square, and just start playing your song, and people will just gather around. They'll be like, "We're Spotify." It'd be like human Spotify. if you go to downtown.
Let's see if they recognize it, kind of thing. Yeah, it's one
Yeah.
of those things. I have no idea what would happen if I went and played a venue there and like promoted it in that city. So
Be very cool.
I don't know, but I guess that's what I have to say about the fan base and everything. And I want to see how that will grow and everything with another release and everything. So
Yeah, well, definitely looking forward to that. So we're gonna take a quick break, come back, and we'll talk a little bit about that song. So
perfect, man.
I'm gonna jump to break real quick.
Sounds great.
If you'd like to be a sponsor for Cheers Podcast or see your advertisement here, please contact us at thecheerspodcast@gmail.com or find us on social media at thecheerspod on Instagram.
Okay, great. All right, so welcome back. So for today, for the podcast, we're drinking strictly cherry Coke. Requests from my guy here, Daniel Nunnelee. Why do you like cherry Coke?
It's just like Coke is too plain for me,
Okay.
but cherry Coke is just right.
It's just right.
You
Okay.
know, if you put a little vanilla in there, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
But straight up cherry Coke, great.
It's pretty good. Like, I don't normally drink it. I'll always drink whatever the guest has. So I like it. So
Yeah,
good call. Good
it's
call.
great.
So check out Cherry Coke. I don't know if you've heard of the Coke company, but it's definitely like a new and up and coming soda. So give them a shout out. I think they're like at Coke. So check that out.
Yeah, go give them. Yeah. Shout out to Coke.
Shout out to Coke. I heard, didn't like Coke originally have cocaine in it? Is that true?
I think so.
I've heard that before.
I can ask them if that was true or not, but I'll call up Coke and ask.
You can ask Coke.
Up and coming. Yeah.
Just keep calling, get their like customer service line, be like, hey, I need to speak to like the guy.
I need to speak to Mr. Coke. No, I think that's why it's called Coca-Cola.
What if they passed you straight too? Like, what if they just like put you on the line with them? Like, all right, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Here's the main man.
He's waiting. Nobody ever asks anymore.
Yeah.
He's just so glad.
Bored out of his mind. People don't think about him.
He's just so bored. He doesn't do anything. We just make these sugary sodas and yeah. So we've like talked a lot about like your music career, all these different things. Like I feel like people need to get to know Daniel Nunnelee better. So tell me and tell like anybody who's listening maybe something that people normally don't know about you.
Okay. We can talk about kind of like what I'm doing right now in my life outside of music and everything. Like working.
Okay.
A lot of times people are just like, oh yeah, all you do is music, but like I gotta pay the bills.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
it's real.
Yeah, life is insane. So right now I'm working at a boot store in downtown Nashville on Broadway. So it's in between Bailey's and Tootsie's. I mean, it's right in between the bars. I mean, it's like in the heart of it. Yeah. But like I was telling you earlier, we talk to tourists all day long. You know, the cool thing about that is I get to talk to a lot of people from all over the world. Yeah, I mean, people from Australia, people from China, people from just like anywhere but Tennessee, pretty much.
Anywhere but Tennessee.
Yeah. So.
And so they like, are they just like obsessed with boots? Do they come in and think boots are like something cool, like Nashville country?
Yeah, that's a frustrating thing because if I'm being honest with them, and I'm like, people don't really wear boots in Nashville.
Yeah.
Nobody wears boots in Nashville. Maybe some people do. It's like kind of like a, you know, little thing that people like. I feel like it's like, I'm trying to think of the word, kind of like a novelty kind of thing.
Yeah,
that,
for
like,
sure.
If you live in this area, you wear boots because you have boots because you live in Nashville. And
you
stuff.
can. Like you can go out in boots and people aren't gonna be like, are those boots? Like they're like, oh,
yeah,
it's
you can
Nashville.
get away with it. Yeah, and I'm wearing my boots right now.
Talk to us about these boots you got on. These are some cool boots.
I can definitely talk about. I don't know how far down this goes, but
yeah, Kyle, are we in the shot right there? Producer Kyle, are we in the shot? Let's get those boots. Can we get a zoom in on those boots?
So I can explain these like bit by bit. I mean, if you want
walk us through these boots because I don't know anything about boots.
I know a little too much about boots. So
give us like the crash course in good boots.
Okay, so you got entry level boots. Okay. So you're gonna have entry level boots. This can be like your Ariats and stuff. A lot of people own Ariats because they're really comfortable boots. I mean, it's like awesome boot. But those are usually leather upper, which means that all the stuff you see on top is leather. But a lot of times those are rubber bottoms.
Okay.
And that's gonna be a little cheaper. So that's because, I mean, it's just rubber. It's not anything crazy or anything. And that's going to grip better. And, you know, people that aren't used to wearing leather bottom boots want to get Ariats right off the bat because they're good and they feel like sneakers almost. So that's like an entry-level boot. But then you get into stuff that's like really nice. It's like, this is like a really good boot because they get like a really good discount.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say prices or anything on this, but I'm sure I am.
You're good.
This podcast is like awesome, so you can say anything.
Thanks.
But yeah, so these boots originally are $750.
Wow.
Yeah, but I paid $150 for them.
Still.
Because I work there. Yeah. So, but like that's still like a good bit of money for shoes.
Great.
$150.
Pair of boots.
But it's like these are gonna last me forever. So basically, I'm about to just go all in with
Let's
these.
hear it.
So these are handmade in Mexico and handmade in Texas.
Whoa.
And yeah, so it's leather up here. And it's leather on the bottom, and you got a stacked leather heel right here.
Yeah.
And you've got art sport right here. These are basically somebody nailed in steel shanks into this.
What?
Yeah, and those are literally nails right there.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is gonna support your arch right there, and this like right here, it's really thick leather, so this is gonna last a long time. But eventually, you can already see it's worn out. It's gonna get a hole in the bottom. But I can take it to a shoe repair place, and they'll replace it. I've talked to people.
The sole?
Yeah, I've talked to people that have had boots for like 30 years. So,
wow.
I mean, I'm hoping to do the same thing with these. But anyway, yeah, so those are my Blackjacks. That's the brand of them.
Blackjacks.
And,
that's a cool name.
Yeah, they're freaking awesome, man. But I absolutely love these boots. They're my babies. I wear them a lot now. I never saw myself wearing cowboy boots before I moved here. And I was like never in my eye. But the job came up, and I decided to take it. And I've learned a lot about boots through that. But,
yeah.
But yeah, the people are definitely interesting in there, though.
I bet.
Yeah. Is it what?
Does anybody ever come in that like maybe is from somewhere else and they're like, oh yeah, like American boots, like let me get some cowboy boots?
Yes, for sure.
You got any good stories?
Yeah, man. I mean, we have two kinds of people. We have the people that are wasted and they come in, they're like, I want me some boots. Like, show me your nice boots, all right? And I'm just like, come on, man. Like,
what does like a nice pair of boots cost? Like very expensive.
Ah, man, very expensive. We have boots in there that are $7,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so ridiculous.
But I've never sold a pair of those, but I have sold a pair of $1,500 boots before.
What is in a $7,000 pair?
So
are they custom made to your feet?
No, they should be though. They better be.
Yeah.
Those are like, they're handmade, and they're Lucchese brand, which is a really nice Italian brand, but they're handmade in Mexico. I mean, I keep saying Mexico, in Texas. They're handmade in Texas, and they're like, these are just like straight up plain, and that's what I like about them. Yeah. But the ones that are like $7,000 have like, they're made just for Tennessee, and they have like the Tennessee flag right here, and it's hand painted, and like there's carvings all over it, and it's painted all around it. It's gorgeous. I mean, you look at it, and it's like a piece of art, but not to put on your foot, man.
$7,000.
Yes, I mean that's like a decent car. That's
a running car.
That's a running decent car. So yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but those boots are made for walking.
Oh man, they're made for walking.
So who needs a car when you have $7,000?
Yeah, you'll just walk everywhere.
Yeah. And people will be so impressed with you.
Exactly, man. Yeah. They'll be like, he may not have a car, but he's got some good boots, man. But yeah, I had a guy that came in. He was like, I want some Lucchese ostrich boots. I was like, all right, cool. So I bring him back, and then those are the $1,500 boots. He puts them on, he loves them, and he walks out with them. He goes, buys them, and walks out.
Whoa.
$1,500.
And he knew what he was looking for, too. He requested that brand.
Yeah, for sure.
So he was a boot guy.
Yeah, they're those guys, but they're the guys that like literally have no idea what they're talking about. And that's fine. That's like great, because I get to talk to him about it. But one of the craziest stories that's happened to me so far. I've only been working there for like 2 or 3 months. Yeah. Ever since like the semester started, I guess you could say. I'm not in that semester, but I'm doing that. So this guy, it was on St. Patty's Day. Okay. This drunk guy comes in. He's one of those scary drunks. He's kind of leaning up against the bar. He's just kind of like staring at nothing. And you're just like, I don't want to talk to that guy. Like, that's scary. But somehow my coworker like talked to him and convinced him to buy like lower end, like entry level boots. And like, I don't really support that because like he probably didn't remember doing that, But he bought some boots and he is like checking out and everything. He ends up buying the boots and everything, and he's wearing them. He's about to wear them out of the store, and he's like, he looks at me, he's like, "What size shoe do you wear, man?" I was like 8.5, 9. Like, I got smaller feet, and he's like, dude. He picks up the Vans that he had on before. He's like, "These are yours, man."
He gave you the shoes he was wearing?
Yes.
When he came to the store?
Yes.
What a nice guy.
Yes. And I was like, "Are you sure, dude?" He's like, "Yeah, man. I just bought these last night, but I want you to have them, man. They're fresh, like brand new black, solid black Vans." And I was like,
high top or low top?
Low top, but
nice.
They're great.
Yeah,
they're great.
That's awesome.
And I was like, if you want to come back and get these tomorrow, like whenever you are done partying and everything, like you can have them. Like I'll leave these up here for a week. Like just to make sure you don't miss out on like getting these back if you want them. He's like, "I'm not coming back, man. They're yours." I was like, okay. So I left him up there for a week, and he never came back. So I have
you got some new
brand new black Vans.
Wow, that's actually kind of awesome. What a nice
fantastic,
guy,
man.
I like to think he woke up the next morning with cowboy boots and didn't know where his Vans were, and he was like, "I'm just gonna accept this."
I hope he did. He seemed like the type that would just be okay with it.
That's pretty hilarious.
That was the craziest story I probably have experienced so far. But that guy was wild, man. I don't even know his name.
Brand new Vans.
I don't even know his name.
Blowing money on shoes, huh?
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, even the entry levels aren't cheap. Like those boots were like $160.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's awesome. What a cool story. Shout out to that guy if he ever somehow listens to this. You still have the Vans, so
I still do. I've worn them a couple times.
Yeah, are they awesome?
They're very comfortable.
Dude, it's like sisterhood of traveling shoes, man.
Maybe I need to give them to somebody.
Maybe you need to go buy a pair of shoes and give those shoes to somebody else and just keep passing them on. Just get hammered.
And just hope that
go somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna drink a bunch of Coke and then go give somebody my shoes. They're gonna be like so weirded out, but maybe they'd be inspired and do the same thing.
It's not gonna go over for you. People are just not gonna take your shoes. Like, dude, why are you giving me your shoes?
Like, take them, man. I'm gonna act drunk.
I bought these last night. Long story, I got these from a guy who bought these last night.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's like, I want you to just get hammered tomorrow night and like buy some shoes and then give them to someone and then get them to do the same thing. That would be insane.
Dude, he was probably a secret shopper for like the corporate store, and that's what they do. And they're gonna be like, "Hey, Daniel, we heard you took the Vans."
Oh no. That's probably it, man.
Yeah, that's probably it. We've been talking about boots for like 15 minutes.
We have, man.
What else? Yeah, what a hole, man. Oh my gosh. What are some other things that you're into other than sweet boots?
Man, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. All in my life I think about right now is just boots and music. but yeah, I love
a good song title.
This is like a great country song, man.
Boots and music.
Boots and music. But yeah, I mean, like, let's see. I'm trying to think about other things in my life, man, other than like friends and stuff. I mean, I have like some fantastic, like super supportive friends, but I feel like everything in my life kind of like goes back to like music and everything. I feel like everything that, you know, I was talking about like my awesome friends and everything. It's like I met them through music and like through MTSU and everything. And it's
a
just
cornerstone.
Like, yeah.
So it's, I mean, it's your thing. It's definitely has a lot to do with your identity. So
but yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's a cool thing to be a part of too, because like
some
people's identity is tied up in something that maybe isn't as fun, and that's like a cool creative outlet. So
yeah,
super.
Sure.
And you worked really hard to get there. So like kudos to you, man. That's super
man.
Cool stuff. And I know I wanted to ask you a little bit about this because you are into music, and I know we want to talk about some other stuff, but who are some like great bands that maybe I've never heard of in any genre that you like and maybe me or my viewers would like to listen to?
Let's see.
Other than Drumming Bird.
Have you ever heard of Sawyer and Kimes? I love those guys.
If you haven't heard of Drumming Bird, you should listen to Sawyer and Kimes. They owe me $10 for that shout out now.
Yeah,
or it's free shirt. Yeah,
at least. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. He gave me a sticker and a hat, so
that's fantastic.
So
man.
basically, I'm talking to you, Chloe. I need something free.
Chloe, give him something. Something. It doesn't matter what.
No, yeah, that's cool. I haven't heard any of their music, but I know it's
they're
good.
great, man.
Yeah, it's got to be good. They're both just talented.
It's very inspiring watching them perform, man. And I'm not, not just saying that. Like I went and they asked me to go play with them in Chattanooga. They had a little house show. They played out there, man. I opened for them, and this other girl, Sophie. Sophie was awesome, man. I don't remember her last name, honestly, but she's from Signal Mountain.
Okay, cool. So probably in Austin's group or something.
Yeah, for sure. And
that's awesome.
She was like young, and she had this killer voice, man. But yeah, it's always inspiring to watch their stuff because it just like drives me to just go home and like write some good stuff.
Yeah.
Because like they're some of the best writers I know. But yeah. Chloe and Austin, they're awesome. Shout out to y'all.
Was it Sawyer and Kimes?
Sawyer and Kimes, yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool name.
It's dope, man. But yeah, so they're great. But there's also, man, somebody I've been addicted to lately. I don't know if you've heard of Brandi Carlile.
That sounds familiar.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty good?
Yes.
What genre?
It's singer-songwriter kind of,
okay.
But it's like bigger singer-songwriter, like the production is kind of big.
Yeah.
And like big background vocals and big like everything. And but it also has like its intimate moments in the songs and everything. But she just put out an album called By the Way, I Forgive You.
Ooh, whoa.
Dude,
that is some feels.
Yes.
So it's pretty good, I bet.
Oh, it's heavy.
Yeah,
it's a really heavy album, but it's amazing. So I absolutely love Brandi Carlile, and I love the Avid Brothers too. I feel like that's
the Avid Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's always assumed with like
Bob Crawford.
Dude, yeah. Did I tell you I met him? With Austin, actually.
Yeah, because Bob and Ben, the Road to Now, Yes, it's like one of my favorite podcasts.
Yeah, they're
I don't know if
great,
you listen to that, but it's really killer. But
I got to go see it live, and that's where me and Austin actually met him together.
Yeah,
Bob. Yeah, and we saw it them do a live podcast in front of an audience. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, he told me about that. He said that's the most famous person he's ever met.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Bob's awesome, but So yeah, the Avett Brothers, and then Head in the Heart, of course, was great. You know, I feel like I'm saying like very like, typical artists that people know.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. People might not have heard of these bands, and they are good bands.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And let me think. Oh, have you heard of Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Have you heard Nathaniel Rateliff's solo stuff?
No.
Dude, go check it out.
It's
pretty
so
good.
Yeah.
Yes, like his lyrics. I'm a huge fan of those really sad songs that just make you want to just like, end everything.
Oh my God. As described by Austin Sawyer, he said a real sad song that makes you just want to sit in a dark room and listen to it, which is the weirdest thing I've ever heard anybody
No,
say.
that's so good. That's like a lot of the music that I listen to are good for like rainy day drives.
You just want to get real sad.
Yes, it's just
because
like
I'm not writing music, so I don't get that deep, but I can appreciate that.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where like I feel like songs are a lot more powerful whenever that
whenever you cry.
Cuts a little deeper. Yeah, I was listening to a song on the way over here called "Tears."
Oh man,
that
That's
was actually a really happy song. What's weird? Yeah, it was more of like an uplifting song by this guy named Matt Hammett. I don't know if you ever heard of him before. Sanctus Real is like a Christian band that I like grew up listening to. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I haven't heard from Matt Hammett in a long time. And I went back and listened to his new album that he just put out. I was listening to it on the way here, and the song Tears came on. And I was like, wow. And it was kind of about how like, you know, whenever you cry, just everything just kind of comes out and so like healthy and like good for you. It's like a healthy rain kind of thing. And it's just like, he said that's what God made tears for. And it was like, okay. That's cool. Like, that's like a happy song. I thought like Tears was going to be like so sad. But it's definitely one of those songs.
Seems really sad.
It's one of those songs that you're supposed to end up crying by the end of it, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's just one of those, like, the lyrics are like, you can just go ahead and let it out kind of thing.
Oh, my God. Were you like, crying in your car before you came in here?
A little bit.
Did you get it together before you came on the podcast?
Yeah, I was just like, I gotta. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm good. I'm good to podcast. I think
there's probably a couple of them just hiding back there, but anyway. But yeah, so Nathaniel Rateliff is great, man.
Yeah.
That was part of the inspiration for that album cover that I was gonna I was thinking about for putting on the next single.
Yep.
Because one of his album covers kind of had one of those like weird risque kind of things where it was like, oh man, like that's interesting. You know, you just wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, you just want to listen to his music because it was just like, what is this about? You know what I mean? Like, why is the album cover like that? And but yeah, he's great. Avett Brothers, Head in the Heart, Brandi Carlile will blow your mind. She's awesome.
Yeah, I've heard of that one, so I'm gonna have to check that one out. All right, so we're here pretty much at the end of the podcast. I want you to talk about what your social medias are, where people can follow you, keep up with you. So if you want to mention your upcoming single coming out and your social medias.
Yeah, sounds great, man. So you can follow me on Instagram, and I don't use Twitter that much, but if you want to follow me on there, that's awesome. But I use the same handle for everything. It's just Daniel Nunnelee. And Nunnelee, if it's hard to spell. But yeah, so there's that, and then Spotify and everything. We just have Put Me in the Ground out right now. But working on the next song right now, and we were mentioning that earlier. I think that was probably off the camera and everything.
Yeah, but, I don't know if you wanted to divulge any details to that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. So the next song we're gonna put out is called What Needs to Be Said. And we've been diving in lately and just kind of finding the direction of like where we're gonna go with that song. And we've decided exactly like what we're gonna do, and like all we have to do is just like put in the work to like get that done. Yeah. So we were kind of in this period where we were like, man, I don't know what we should do because it's kind of like too folk rock. Like, what if we, you know, we don't want to throw off the listeners that already heard Put Me in the Ground, you know.
Yep.
But now we're like dead set, ready to go. So yeah. That will probably be a couple months before we get to put that one out. We want to make sure that we give it plenty of time to like, you know, develop and make sure that it is exactly what it needs to be and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, man, What Needs to Be Said, that will be coming out soon, hopefully.
Perfect.
But,
so follow this guy online. Check him out on Spotify. He's going to be following all of your playlists the second you follow him.
Yeah,
so,
there you go.
He's going to be checking all your analytics. So don't name your playlist anything weird if you're going to put his songs in it.
There you go.
Yeah, and if you're in New York, you're probably already listening. So
there you go.
Yeah, so check this guy out. Got a lot of good content coming. Daniel, appreciate you for coming out.
Thanks for having
stick
me.
around at the end of the podcast. You're going to be doing a live set. Do you know what song or songs you want to do? Or
I'll probably do What Needs to Be Said if that's fine. I mean,
okay.
I'd love to give everybody a sneak peek and maybe a cover or something like that.
Yes,
you know?
that's exciting. All right, so stick around for that. We'll probably give you options to have that as well, so if you want to use it. So again, thanks for coming. Go check this guy out online. Great content, and had a great time, man.
Yeah,
cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
If you like what you hear, don't forget to subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram at Cheers Podcast. Be sure to comment what you'd like to hear from us in future episodes. Thanks for listening.